Hi guys, it's me, Haunted Dolly. Today I thought we would talk about Monster High and I could show you guys a little bit of my collection. My collection's kind of small, not gonna lie, but I thought maybe you guys would like to see it and we can just discuss Monster High stuff today, so. Okay, I have my Monster Highs over here in this area of my room, but I figured I would start with like my figure shelf. This is like a shadow box I have. It's pretty big. I have lots of little figures and goodies in here. I have some zombies, and yes, I took their legs off so they would fit in there better. These are like literally the first starts of my collection. These little robot guys I've had since I was in my mom's belly. My mom collected these for me through Sonic. They used to do these like kids meals called Wacky Packs. I think they might still do it, I'm not sure. My daughter hates Sonic, so we barely eat there, but they have these little tater tot guys, and I think they would do this a lot in the 90s. Like they would use the tater tots as like different things to make toys. They also had like a bunch of kids, kind of like McDonald's, how they had all different characters and stuff. But this was a part of the Halloween line, I guess. I think these came out in 98. Because like I said, my mom was pregnant, I think. They're tater tot dudes, but they're dressed up as robots. I'm supposed to have 4, but I'm actually missing one, and that makes me so fucking sad because I have no idea where he went. But these guys are like very, very, very special to me. They're like very important, so they stay behind glass because of that. Another zombie, one of my favorite Strawberry Shortcake characters. Some clowns. My favorite Lala Loopsy character. Of course, she's Native American. I think her name is like Feathertail or something like that. I'm not sure what her name is, but I love her design, so that's why I got her. Of course, we have Rem. Hello Kitty as a mummy. Witch. If you guys grew up in the 2000s, the 90s, this was my shit. I was not a totally Teen Spies girly. I know, I'm sorry. But Witch and Winx Club and Trolls with a Z, that was my shit. I love magic. I love anything with like fairies. My favorite character from Witch would probably be Will, because she reminds me of myself. Especially being the new kid and having to make new friends and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I definitely relate to her. I love her. And yeah. So we got Ren and Stimpy. Let's not talk about the creator. Okay? Ren and Stimpy was a huge part of my childhood. The creator, trash man. So Ren and Stimpy, and then we have I don't know if you guys can see, it's a Minecraft sheep in there. We have some cute pie babies, because they're pretty cute. They're naked like Sunny Angels, but I guess I don't mind these ones so much because they're don't have their genitalia out. So Keroppi, that's my daughter's favorite Sanrio character. She loves Keroppi. This is Angel. Stitch. My boyfriend loves Stitch. That's his favorite like character ever. Tiana. I love Tiana, one of my favorite princesses. These are both from the 50s. I just thought they were so cute. They're just like little figures. Like right here it says like the little date on it, 1952. So those are really cute. Pooh and Tigger, because I love Winnie the Pooh. And then up here we have one of the, I think this is from Card Captors, which I know I'm a fake fan. This is dusty as hell too. I'm a fake fan. I've never seen that anime, but my boyfriend bought me this randomly because he thought it was cute. And I was like, what the fuck is this from? And it was Card Captors. Sorry I have a potty mouth, guys. I cuss a lot. It's something I gotta work on. A Pop Mart blind box. These are super cute. I bought this one off of Macari. I know it's from Pop Mart, but I'm not sure what like series it's from. I just thought he was so cute. Hello Kitty. This is another Pop Mart figure. This one is Amy, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, super cute. It's like a little angel holding a gravestone. My boyfriend bought me that one, so cute. Another zombie and Bubbles. And then we have some flowers. I like to keep dead flowers around my room. I have lots of bundles of flowers around my room. This poor deserted thing is Coraline. This is actually handmade by somebody in Germany. The whole box used to light up. I have to replace the batteries in this. The whole box used to light up. My mom got me this when I was like 14 for Christmas one year, because again, Coraline is like my favorite fucking character, movie, everything. So yeah, love her. She's made completely out of like cardboard and paper. She's just really cool, but super fragile. Then we have a Boogie lollipop holder. And we have Cheshire, because I love Cheshire. Here we have another Coraline. This is dusty as hell too. Don't judge me, because I know you guys have some dusty stuff in your room too. Just look hard enough. This is Coraline, but this is also handmade. This was made out of clay, and this is a real needle and thread and whatever. Yeah, love. I got a Trolls. I know people think these are like the worst ones, but when my cousin Melinda, before she passed away, she gave me one of those, so like I kind of have like a special connection to them, even though they're ugly, I know. This is my pin board. We're just gonna show that fast because I have some pictures of family on there, but I can show you guys the bottom. I basically just keep, this is McLovin. I keep pins and receipts and memories and stuff on here, you know, because it's kind of like my memory board type thing. So yeah, that's my pin board. My Monster Highs, we finally get into them. So I have two shelves. This is kind of where my G3s sit. I got Venus, Twyla, Frankie, Cleo, and Drac. And then I did get the Wednesday and Enid. I love how their boxes look together. It's so satisfying. And then I do have a Drac pop and a Claudine pop. And I do have some minis. My shelves are not the bestly organized, guys. But you guys beg and beg and beg to see them, so here you go. And then these are my G1s, and I think I only have one Cree production and one like G2-ish. I don't know. You guys are confusing me with this doll, because some of you guys are like, she's G1 still because the articulation, and then some people are like, no, she's actually G2. I have no idea. I have no idea. If you guys do know, like, sound off in the comments. Like, for sure, sound off in the comments. Because I really don't know. I'm just taking people's word for it. Everybody's telling me something different. So, I don't know. And I'm talking about this girl right here. Elizabeth. She's the only Elizabeth I have. She has horrible hair. Horrible hair. So, yeah, that's her. This is Iris. Iris is one of my favorite Monster High characters, like, ever. Ever. She does not get enough love. She does not get enough dolls. I think they only made, like, 2 dolls of her in the original line. This one and the, like, core one with Manny. And that one's, like, super expensive. But I would love her one day. I just love everything about her. Her color scheme. Her outfit, her eye, she's a Cyclops, she has freckles, like, oh my god, come on. She is amazing. I love her. Spectra, same thing. I think she's so amazing. I love her design. I don't have a G3 Spectra. I don't really know how I feel about G3 Spectra. I do love the color scheme being the same and everything, because I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors, but yeah, This Spectra, I wasn't sure if she was a creep production or not, but her body, I think her body says 2012, 2011, and her head says the same thing. So now people are telling me, well, if her body doesn't say, you know, like 2020, 2021, then she's not a creepo. So I don't, like I said, I don't know. I was not in the era of reproductions. Like when I was a kid, all the dolls were just fresh and new. So now that like all these repros are mixed in a bunch, it's kind of hard for me to tell what is what. So I kind of just, like I said, I ask you guys, and sometimes it gets confusing because people tell me different things. So I don't know. If you guys know, again, sound off in the comments. Now this Claudine, I am 95% sure is a creep production because her back does say 2021. And I'm missing her coat, but I got her for like $5. I couldn't pass her up. She was almost completely clothed, $5. So yes, and she's beautiful. I love G1 Claudine, like so beautiful. Love that design. Again, Elizabeth, she's my favorite Monster High character ever too. Like her and Iris, those are my girls. And I was so stoked to get at least one Elizabeth because her core doll is fucking insane. And yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I had to buy her dress separately because she came like completely naked. Some of these girls I had to buy their outfits and pieces separately. I'm still trying to curate everything. So that's why a lot of them are like shoeless. So yeah, if you guys know, is she G1? Is she G2? Like, do you guys know? Because I have no idea. And like I said, people are like, she's G1. No, she's G2. No, don't listen to this person. I'm like, oh my God, guys. It's so confusing. These are my babies. My precious girls. The Dead Tired series is so special to me. It was literally the beginning of my love for Monster High. I was like 11 or 12 when these dolls came out. I think 12. And we were not in the best financial situation. When I was a kid, we went through homelessness a lot. And I wasn't able to really have toys or dolls or really anything. So one Christmas when we were living in the shelter, I saw these dolls, and at the time they were the budget dolls in the line, so I think they were only like $10, maybe less. And I like begged and begged for them. These were the dolls that I got for Christmas that year, and like I was so happy to get these dolls. And then after that happened, I ended up getting bullied for owning them because, you know, when you start high school and stuff like that, people think like, oh, you're too old for that. And then you have friends that are not really your friends, but, you know, they judge you and things like that. And I went through that a lot. And so I got rid of them. And I really, really, really regret that because these dolls were there for me during like some of literally my darkest times. So they're very, very special to me. I know a lot of people are probably like, Dead Tired, that's your favorite line, what the hell? There's this line and this line and this. Like, it's not even about the fashion. It's not about the faces. It's not about any of that. They are literally so fucking special to me. Like, I don't even know how else to express that. I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life, and probably periodically I might trauma dump here and there because this is my page and, you know, whatever. But dolls, collecting, toys, they've been the only consistent in my life, like literally. So they're very, very important to me. I love these girls, and I really want to complete this line so badly. The first doll that I got from this line in that time period was Ghoulia. So a lot of people would think like, oh, she must be your favorite Monster High character. She is one of them. She is definitely one of them. I have a very special bond and place in my heart with Ghoulia. But, you know, over time, obviously seeing other characters, I was like, well, sorry, Ghoulia. But I do have a special place in my heart for her and these dolls specifically. So I have Laguna, Ghoulia, I have Rebecca, I have Drac, and I have Claudine. And I love looking at them, like admiring them. It's just like, it's like having an old friend, you know, back in your life, after not seeing them for so many years. Like, it brings me so much joy. And I think that's why I have a special connection to G1. I don't care about the body types. I don't care about any of that. I just have very special memories with these dolls because in some of the darkest periods of my life, that was what I had for comfort. So yeah, sorry to get sad on you guys, but I definitely want to collect more G1s and maybe some G3s. There have been some G3s that have sparked my interest recently, like Nephra, and I do like I think it's Fear Book Claudine that they're going to come out with. They're going to give her brown hair again, so I'm super excited to see that. I really can't wait for that. Okay, ignore the chaos on my dresser and ignore Mr. Mime on top of them, but this is my Abby and my only G3 Claudine. I completely forgot to show them because they're on my dresser, so they're like separate from the rest of them, but I love them. I do love them. I think they're pretty cute. Do I think they're as fabulous as the first one? No. I do wish Monster High would be more edgier in their designs. I miss that. I know a lot of people are like, kids nowadays don't like edgy stuff. But it's like, I don't think it's that. I think it's just the companies assuming what kids like and putting this stuff out, but that's just my opinion. I do think Claudine with purple hair is cute, but I miss her brown. Like, I miss the brown hair for sure. And I do like Abby. I think Abby's overall design I do like. I wasn't a huge fan of G1 Abby, so maybe that's why, but I like her. I think she's really cute. I think she's adorable. Okay, this is literally the second time I'm recording this. I just want to talk about the catty controversy and like my thoughts on it, because I know I called out like a pretty, I would say, popular doll YouTuber more than anything about her opinion on the debacle of G3 versus G1. And I had a lot of people in my comments telling me, well, my DMs I should say, telling me how they agree and how they feel about it, and I just kind of feel like maybe I should put my take out there on this video. I don't know. My thoughts are, first of all, let me start by saying, like, I don't have any G3 catties. I know, crazy. I don't have any G3 catties. I don't have any Skeletor dolls. So for me, it's not really about that. It's not really being about a G3 catty stan or a Skeletor stan. For me, it's kind of like a principle thing. Especially me being my autistic sense of justice self. And I just feel like if you're not a plus size person, you don't understand the gravity of having a plus size collector doll. Like, you don't. And also, for somebody to misinform people and tell them I've never seen any fat phobia. There's no fat phobia. I've only seen people from G3 attack G1, la-di-da. That's just not true. It's not. It's literally not, and that's not even my opinion. It's just not true. G3 has been very attacked by people from G1 that are obsessed with the thinner frames, that drag the G3 dolls because they're bigger. I don't know if I'm just the only one seeing this and only my followers seeing this, but it's been very well said, I feel like, and very well documented. A lot of people know this. And for people to just be like, oh, that doesn't happen, or I haven't seen it happen, so it doesn't happen, it only happens to G1 collectors, that's crazy to me. Like, that's wild. That's your take, but I mean, that's your take, that's your opinion, I guess. But if you even Google it, why people have such controversy with G3, the first thing that's going to come up is the body sizes. That's the first issue that people have, okay? People were pissed when Draculaura was plus size. You know, people were pissed when they saw Catty Noir as plus size. Yes, they were. There's literally people that were saying, cats aren't fat. Cats have to be skinny. That in itself is dumb, because have you guys not watched Garfield? I just... it's crazy to me. That to me, it feels like only when a certain group of people gets attacked do they say, oh, well, there's a problem with body positivity. There's been a problem with body positivity. There's been issues with this in the Monster High community. It's literally rampant with it. And again, maybe you just don't see it because it's not your people being attacked. It's not your size being attacked. But it's pretty rampant. And I just feel like this is a doll. Like, start first and foremost by saying that. So if you're that upset that a doll is not G1, that's kind of wild. And I feel like some people are on their videos being, like, very aggressive and hostile. Like, it's a doll. First of all, calm down. It's okay. I just feel like we should all have representation. Everybody, plus size, people of color, disabilities, everybody should have representation. Them making a G3 Catty collector doll is them trying to do that. They're literally trying to give us representation in the collector line. That's why they made her. They want more diversity in the line. They want to look at that line and see not just the skinny dolls. And what is so wrong with that? And so for people to be like, G3 is not collector material, da-da-da-da-da, I think Plastic Hearts said it best. Because their bodies are bigger, their bodies are thicker, they're better made, in my opinion, as well. So in my opinion, they are better collector material than the G1. And also, G1 is not that old. So I don't think any of them are worth the price. That's why I don't collect collectors, because I think that G1 is not that old. Why am I going to pay $100-something just to have a doll in a fancier dress when I can just go get a doll secondhand from a line that I already knew and loved as a kid? That's my thoughts on that. I don't collect collectors because it's, to me, not worth the money. I'd rather sink my money into my Be Goth collection or my Living Dead dolls, or, you know, like vintage Japanese dolls, A-Zone, Kiki Pop. Like, I collect a lot of different dolls, and I just don't think the Monster High collector dolls are important to me. I was a teenager when Monster High came out, and like I stated in this video earlier, that I did get very bullied. So the ones that were most important to me were Dead Tired, and Catty's not in that line. So I never had like a special connection with Catty or even owned a Catty. But that's not what this is about. I feel like this is more about the fact that people should have representation and all people should be kind to each other. There have been people attacking the G1 people, you know, saying names, calling them things. And I think it's because they're so defensive, because G1 has been attacking G3 for so long. And that doesn't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. But to ignore the fact that one fan base is being hated more than the other, it's kind of like, I don't know. Both sides are wrong. Okay, I feel like that should be a basic. This is exactly what I would tell my 4-year-old daughter, okay? Two wrongs don't make a right, okay? You're calling people names, they're calling people names. Both sides are wrong. Both sides are wrong. But it's still sus to say you don't like a doll strictly based on the fact that she's a bigger body. That's sus to me, you know? And people are like, oh, that doesn't make me fat phobic. That doesn't make me fat phobic. I have a Catty doll, or I love Catty, so how could I be fat phobic when I own a Catty doll? Two things can exist at one time. That's all I gotta say. You know, people can be of color and racist. People can be in the LGBTQ community and still be transphobic. Like, two things can exist at one time. So just because you own a catty doll doesn't necessarily mean that you're not fat phobic. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't prefer the thinner body types. That's not what I'm saying, but if the shoe fits, I mean, because people are like, oh, people are calling me fat phobic. I never outwardly called anybody fat phobic. I just, again, have stated over and over and over again that there is fat phobia in the community. But if people feel like me pointing out that there's fat phobia or racism in the community is me calling them fat phobic and racist, then that's kind of on them. I mean, if the shoe fits, that's not on me. I'm just saying that a lot of people are, and it is very rampant. It's a thing, and that we should talk about it. So saying that, oh, don't call people fat phobic, don't say anything about fat phobia because we're not fat phobic. Yes, there is a lot of people that are, and I'm not going to stop talking about the Monster High community being racist and fat phobic because they are. And I'm not even that involved in it. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, in my opinion. And people saying dolls are anorexic or ugly or stickly or whatever the fuck they're saying, that's wrong. Duh. People calling the dolls fat and saying that they're not going to buy them because they're big or they're big bodied or they don't like G3 body because they're big, that's wrong, and that is fat phobic. I feel like it's kind of basic, like basic knowledge. I don't know. I don't want to be this upset over a doll. And like I said over and over, it's not really about the doll. It's kind of just about the principle. The principle, like Bob says. Me being plus size, it obviously like affects me more than other people who are not plus size. So that's why I said if you're not a plus size person, you're not going to understand how detrimental this is and how big this is and how important this is to have a doll like this in the collector circuit. But I mean, I hope the Monster High community can just learn to accept each other and accept their differences and not let that affect them to the extent that it has. And I don't know. I don't want to make, enemies or whatever. I don't want people to be like, oh, she's a dick or she's a bad person or whatever because she doesn't agree with my opinion or because she's calling me out or whatever. But the way I feel is that I don't really have anything to lose. I don't really care if people are a bigger channel than me, smaller, whatever. If you say something that I feel like is misinformation or misleading, especially when you have a big following, I'm gonna say something about it. And with people having a big following, you should be more careful of what you're saying and how you're saying it. The fact that you're blatantly saying that people aren't fat phobic and that this is not about fat phobia, okay, but maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not about fat phobia for you. Maybe it's not about fat phobia for your friends. But there are people out there that are fat phobic and literally say fat phobic stuff about this generation in line. So I think that that's where I got the most frustrated, because it's kind of like you're speaking generally for everybody and saying everybody has the same feelings as you when that's not true. Just like clearly everybody doesn't have the same feelings as me, because clearly there's people that prefer G1, but I'm still gonna stand up for what I think is right and basically just put my thoughts out there. And my thoughts are that be kind to each other, embrace each other. We all should be different, and that's what Monster High is about. Like, it's the same thing with like the Brats. Why they won't pull out Sasha. Why they won't pull out Sasha, but they do the same thing to Felicia too. They did that for the Runway Babies. I think they made her only online available, so it's both of them, really, Sasha and Felicia, because they're darker toned. So that's why I'm saying racism, fat phobia, these are all things that are intertwined in these communities and circuits, and to just pretend like it's not there, that's ignoring the issue. That's never gonna fix it, so I'm not saying to be hateful or mean or, argue with people, but stand up for what you think is right and what you think you believe in, but do it politely. Do it respectfully. Don't call people names. Don't call people out. in a derogatory way, I should say. When I made my statement, again, I didn't call anybody any names. I didn't say anybody was fat phobic. I just basically said that they were giving misinformation and they were misinforming their audience. And in my opinion, they were, because if you're going to say that G3 doesn't face fat phobia and that this is not about fat phobia and nobody's fat phobic towards the doll, that's kind of a generalization, and you saying that for everybody when that's not true. So that was my only thing on that. You know, it is what it is. If people agree with me, great. If they don't, great. Like I said, I don't really have anything to lose. I'm a small channel. And I made this to put my authentic opinion out there. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm sorry for this long outro, but I just really felt the need to put my feelings out there, and yeah. But I hope you guys stay tuned for more content, and I hope you guys have a great day, night, week, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!